Hello and welcome to Rudely Waves 3, playing as Japan on Super Large Plus starting in 1890. We are still at war, a very long war with China. We are gobbling up possession after possession. We have sunk their entire fleet and just cruising around on the high seas, basking in glory and sunlight. So let's jump in and see how this turns out. Starting the episode with a quick design review because we have to build something and we definitely do not want additional battleships at the moment. We want cruisers, either heavy or light, and that means we have to choose between building them at home or abroad. Abroad means Great Britain. And we could build a much bigger heavy cruiser, of course, in Great Britain, up to 15,000 tons, but that costs a lot of money, so we're not doing that. So I looked at the version of our current heavy cruiser and came up with this, which is basically exactly the same as the old one. It has some more weight remaining, but we don't have a quality -1 8-inch guns yet, so it would mean we would have to install -2 quality guns. It's not a huge drawback, but it's not cool. And since the class got a +1 knot of speed, we are effectively sacrificing that too. So I could effectively just build more ships of the 1890 class and it would be just better. So, not doing that. So that means a light cruiser design. And yes, this is better. It's a little bit out there, a little bit left field. It's an evolution of the never-built 7-inch light cruiser that we looked at the very start of the game. I had to get rid of 2 torpedo tubes, and if you look very closely, you can see that I've shaved off 10 rounds from all the guns. But you can also see that the guns are 7.65, so full secondary and tertiary batteries of 6 and 5 instead of 5 and 4. That's a pretty big difference. Of 6-inch guns hit very hard. 7 to a side and then 8 5-inch guns to a side. That's not insignificant. The problem is, minus that, a little bit of ammo and some torpedo tubes. That's not important. And our 7-inch guns are also quality -2. But to be honest, it's just a gimmick or whatever to be able to fit 6 and 5-inch secondaries and tertiaries. You will also note that armor protection is quite different. We have to drop on the belt. That is not fortunate because we are no longer completely immune or largely immune to 6-inch guns. But we cannot have a 7-inch main gun without becoming heavy cruiser, so there is that. But we have protection for the secondaries, and I think that is more useful now that we have a 6-inch secondary battery. So 2 inches, that will of course stop 2 and 3-inch guns. That will also stop 4-inch guns most of the time, and maybe a long distance 5 or 6-inch shell as well if you're lucky. But given the hit rates at longer ranges here, I don't think that's a big factor. But being able to stop everything up to 4 inches, that could be significant. Because we had some battles where we actually lost all the guns on one side of the ship. And you can switch around, but it's still a drop in firepower. Range belt we already talked about. The turret is 5 inches. The initial design had 6, but I think 5 is good up to 8 inches, at least at the moment. All of this assumes that we have Harvey and that armor penetration is armor penetrating ammunition is pretty bad still. So this will fall off a cliff eventually, and these numbers won't hold up. But for the moment, this is good. So this is our new Tone class light cruiser, and we will build a full class of it, I think, unless we get some major tech breakthroughs, in which case we will build 2 and then 2 of a successor class. So here we are back in the real world. The actual design, I don't know if it will be a huge success or not, but I have had some success with secondary armor in this period, sort of first few years, the 1890s, maybe early 1900s, because ranges are so short and there is a lot coming in. So I lost 3 torpedo tubes. The aft one is just for fun anyway, and yeah. And if it turns out to be horrible, we could remove some or all of the armor. So let's put it into research thingy. Yeah, I didn't actually start a new batch of docks. I should probably do that. Germany's 12, US is 10, 9, 15, 14, 12, 15. Okay, we can do it in January after the review. So, convoy attack, battle in support of land combat. Unsurprisingly, they decline. Small engagement, decline, or unable. How many times has this happened now? Expected enemy force, 1 battleship. Decline is 425. No, I cannot decline. I must accept. No. Oh, look at the beautiful base. So close. Now we only need a base in this area. And we will be very happy indeed. Okay, let's do this. Classic. Large-ish. I don't think he has any no, he has 1 battleship building, 8 cruisers building. This one is in 3rd, so it has to be a corvette. Okay. Destroyer. Well, I don't think they have been invented yet, but other than that, it's a good try. Oh, so Sao Chiang. Oh, it's one of the slow ones with the forward-facing 10-inch gun. 2 6-inchers in the back. Feel free to torpedo it. It's should be doable. Find this. Oh, now I fired. Yeah, I heard the launch sound. Yeah, that worked well enough. Took a little bit of damage, nothing important. Hey, Kiachu Bay. Yeah. Like I predicted. No, I didn't predict it. Relations. No chance of France suddenly jumping in. I think that's good. The design study almost done, and these 2 light cruisers almost done. I think maybe we can mix them together into divisions, some 6 inchers, some 7 inchers, some 6,000, some 8,000. I think that's the best way to do it. This one needs repairing. Don't think I have any commanders that I know. This one is below average. Yeah. And what about my divisions? Of average. And we jump to our 1894 analysis. Important stuff. Been at war for 33 months. Several attempts at peace this last year, but nothing happened. I am willing to accept peace, but I'm got maybe a little bit greedy since I took both Liaotung and Weihaiwei, and I'm preparing to invade Weihawei, so maybe I'm thinking if I can just get that one, then I have taken every invadable territory. And then we'll have a lasting peace. Alliance ongoing. Great Britain is doing the hard work, keeping China blockaded. I'm up to 10,000 tons in dock size. I forgot to build for... Forgot. I started building now. Off screen actually, but I just clicked the build button, so it's building again, so I don't forget. 32,000 of 102, that's within 25%, so no chance of dwindling max dock size. We finished the 4-inch fort in Hokkaido, building new forts in Liaotung, almost done. Started a new one in our last session. Unrest is unchanged at 2. That is actually good, I think. People aren't really feeling any hardships because there is no trade warfare on China's part, so nothing there that could push that up. My budget is at a pretty high level, so there is some pressure for that. From that, base resources continue to increase and have now increased by more than 1,000 since the start of the game, and colony value went up by 7, 5 plus 2, up from 8 to 31. That's quite something. That's 23 times 25 times the budget modifier, so quite a few thousand per year actually. But we have spent some resources claiming those colonies, so we better hang on to them. Budget modifier, oh, that's a mistake. It stayed at 22 throughout the year. I missed that one. Yeah. Budget increased, not by a whole lot, but yeah, some increase. And we are building a lot of ships, 2,500 on maintenance, plus research and intelligence. That's taking up more and more monies. So for 5.5 on other things, but 13,000 on new construction. That is solid, I think. Funds are, well, up 1,500. The red one is a temporary effect, so soon it will be in positive again. Fleet grew by 2 heavy cruisers of 10,000 ton each, so 20,000 total. And those were the final 2 of the first batch, built in Great Britain with Harvey armor. Pretty nice. The final pair of locally built light cruisers will arrive soon, very soon. Those are 8,000 ton light cruisers. They will join the 6,000 ton cruisers. They will make up a powerful little squadron. And I'm also starting a new batch of light cruisers built at home, 8,000 tons, sporting 6, 7 and 5-inch guns. So when they are all ready, I will mix them together into powerful light cruiser division. And I'm building for more modern pre-dreadnoughts. They have light main armament, but otherwise they are pretty good, I think. I have no secondary battery armor, but other than that they are pretty good. So. But let's not get ahead of ourselves. We are very deficient in battleships. Even when we finish these 4 and eventually scrap the legacy one, it has no role in our future navy. We don't need it for blockading, so let's get rid of it. Heavy cruisers, 3 of those 7 are legacy, so we definitely need another batch of 4. How are we going to afford all of this? Light cruiser, that's more acceptable because we will eventually have 8 legacy and 8 modern, which is it's not huge, but it's enough to sort of take on any commerce in our corner of the world. So what I'm saying, I guess, is that we need heavy cruisers, we need battleships, and definitely the heavy cruisers need to be built at home, I think. China is just a joke at the moment. 1 battleship building and total of 8 cruisers. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Yeah. Research, not a good year. We researched loading mechanization and that's it. We are still behind, of course. Germany has moved up to advanced. The US will eventually be advanced or very advanced. So intelligence, we have improved, but Russia is still pending to medium. We would definitely like to steal more techs and gun tech also included in that. So I'm thinking maybe push Germany to high because they are advanced, maybe push Great Britain to low. We don't want to antagonize them, but they can handle low. And the US eventually or right away to medium. And I think I have intel on reasonable intel level on everyone. Yeah. But that's the review, so it's time for some playing. So here we are again. Main screen and 1 light cruiser coming out very soon. We have the blockade going. I started, like I said in the brief, I started building the dock here, and I also started a coastal fortification in Kiacho Bay because I had forgotten to do that, which explains why we are even further in the negative land. But we will be back in positive once these 2 ships clear the docks. So that's good. And yeah, like I pointed out before, I can definitely accept a peace now, but I would really like to take Weihawei. That would have been really nice. Oh, let's push forward. I mean, I could maybe mothball this one as well, but I would like to keep it. Just because. Yeah. One is finished. Shikuma is commissioned. Asuga has finished working up, so now we have a full division of 4 pretty good cruisers. And French have also gotten Naval Academy. We have a promotion, an average officer. Specified, but yeah, good stuff. Pop, pop. This one goes into this division, where it will eventually be a lead ship since it's bigger and beefier. I don't think I have any super commanders, but since this is a... No, I have only average or below average commanders. No. Yano, he seems like a nice chap. Sauka. Yeah, nice. It's very nice. So already the level here is improving. Don't think I will be needing all of these light cruisers. But let's wait until this one is done and this one is done. Picking up. Yeah, another error. I apologize, but it's the game. It's not something we are doing. Has nothing to do with super large plus. It's just the way it is. This is why I feel that our cruisers are in a good place, because this is not a cruiser, this is a light cruiser. Again. Okay, it's February, I guess. I'm blockading them. Now we don't even get battles generated. Oh. Still working up. Oh, we can just take this light cruiser divisions to mothball if the game will allow it. Mothballed. Yeah, it will allow it. Fleet battle declines. You gain 2,000. Small engagement. Yeah, and again, something to do with them not having any ships that can be included in battle generation. I'm pretty sure of that. Oh no, it's the Montana, but it's not that Montana, it's the other Montana. Oh, but this is fine. Only it's a bit slow, I would say. And those secondary batteries have a minus 40% rate of fire mod, so not super good. Water tube boilers, those are necessary for destroyers, otherwise hopeless. Oh, armor-piercing projectiles. Gradual armor penetration improvement. Yes, 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 please, thank you. Rebellion in Singapore continues. Yay! Final invasion. Some laying down, that's not so interesting. Above average and below. Yano is below average. Okay, yeah, cool. New ship. Destroyers, Harvey armor from China, Naval Academy. The Chinese can hardly build any ships themselves, so yeah. Almanac, no, they are still all building. So, and since we are not planning invasion, our monthly balance is already in the black, which is nice. This one has its mothballed and has no commander. That's fine. AI can assign someone. Chikuma has finished working up, yes. Oh. Improved shipbuilding steel. That's nice. Every little percentage helps. But actually the hull techs are a bit underwhelming because you usually have far less tonnage sunk into hull than you do engine or armor and that sort of thing. Whoa! Wow. That's there is a lot of randomness in these rebellions, but that was a bit surprising. Yeah, they have a absolutely massive fleet here trying to suppress the rebellion. They still have Malaya. I wanted to recreate, you know, World War II eventually. No, there's nothing else really that we need to do. So convoy attack, no. No. Close. That's why I'm keeping it active, that little Fuso, so we can claim to actually have a battleship. About that, I think we would have gotten into a little bit of trouble if it had sank in that early battle against the 3 enemy battleships, because then we wouldn't have had any battleship. It wouldn't have been a big problem, but it could have been a problem. Now, this is, I think, a little bit of a weakness when it comes to the officer system and the integration with the events. I'm not going to be as critical as I usually am, but look at this. Mito, you don't know if it's brilliant or incompetent, so yeah, any killed an average but known character, not great. You can see there is no upside here. If he was brilliant and an expert gunner, then maybe. So, goodbye, commander. No, blockading. Click, click. This one needs a division, and it will go to the 2nd Light Cruiser Division. Yay! And now we can finally build our Tona. Did we already start? We started on the Tona, of course we did. We need 2 more. We also need more heavy cruisers. So, all the hard choices. Build ship. So, it's just too good to not take that extra nut. On the other hand, I would really have liked to building at home. Auto assign. Nothing. Oh, the army wants money. The last time we told the army no, they immediately captured the territory, so let's keep doing. Seriously, that was a joke, right? Okay, note to self. If we are fighting over a possession and we have that option, always say no to the army and see if this happens a 3rd time, then I will die of laughter. Okay. We have taken Weihawei, so now they can completely collapse. Now I don't want to fight anymore. They lost a corvette. That's brilliant. Yes. Build fortifications. Maybe I have gotten some special powers. Now I want the North Korea event, for example. Or even better, the Claim Sumatra with this oil event. Yeah, I like that. Like all of these possessions. Okay, yeah, cool. I want to invade you. No, it's not possible. Absolutely not. Okay, so what are we fighting for now? Nothing. I'll just keep it active. Get the points rolling in. Price rules. Dispute. We should not let them off cheaply. We should press for hard terms. What is this? 12 points. That is significant. Okay, so normally I would definitely just take the war reparations, but then I'm pretty sure my dear ally Great Britain will seize one or more of the territories. And I would also like a base in the Hainan area. These are next to each other, but it will be a while until I can get another war with China going, and you can see where this is going. So actually I will go against my better judgment, and instead of just seizing 12 points of boost to my economy, I will settle just for the for this. So just to keep Great Britain out of this area. And now we are very well placed for a potential future conflict with France. So I would have taken one of these two anyway, but Hainan is better situated, I think. And once I spent 4 points on Hainan, I might as well spend the last 2 on Guangzhou. Yeah. But now, of course, my budget is completely shot, so we have to save, and I need to look at my options. Okay, my budget modifier tanked totally. It tanked by 10 points down to 12. That's pretty significant. Brought the rest of the world down with it. Actually, the relative difference is the same, but the absolute distance to other nations such as Italy, it's much smaller. Some of them are going to struggle with their builder budget. Glad we didn't start any heavy cruisers, because that would have broken our poor back. So these guys, 4, they will be 8, about 2,000. So 8,000 plus 3, that's 11,000. And we need how many? 11,000. Wow. Oh, that's actually not so bad. So we will put them on foreign station. And yes, okay. Yeah, they immediately cover that deficiency. And then this one can be mothballed. These can be put on reserve. This can be put on reserve, including the working up one. But it was such a huge hit to our finances that we cannot sustain current building projects. We of course won't stop or scrap anything here. We just have to postpone building of some ships. If we hold these 2, I don't think that will be enough. 3,000 for 4 months. Yes, that is sufficient. That is sufficient. Unrest dropped by a point as well when peace hit. So I think we are in a fairly good place after that war. This is a nice little empire. I need fortifications. Yeah, it's going to be painful, but we need to get it out of the way. Weihawei, we have already started building. So in one war, a long war, but we actually managed within 5 years to completely pick up every Chinese territory. That's it's not bad. Not bad at all. So our next logical opponent would be Spain. But it doesn't look like Spain is too keen on fighting us. No one wants to fight us. Everybody's thinking about how glorious our nation is. These 3 are pretty sweet as well. 1, 2, 3 areas. Looks like 1 Vietnam, but it is actually 3 separate areas. But I think we should just move forward, and then we can end the year and the episode, and then we can start the next episode with a 5-year review, including a new 5-year plan. So that'll be nice. So let's push on. Better hull strength calculations. Okay. Destroyers. Yeah, destroyers, very nice. 300-ton destroyers, not nice at all. Not gonna bother designing them because we haven't even researched that small tube boiler thing, so it's gonna be horrendously bad. So let's just avoid that. You know what? I feel we are burning through our reserve too fast, so let's just do that until stuff clears. Intelligence. China is building docks. Speed of 19 knots and 8-inch. Blah blah. Now we need some events to push tension back up, because we don't want tension to be low. We would like to have China, our weak and pitiful neighbor, we would really like them to go up in the yellow again. No? What kind of division ship thingy? No? Ships in service. This one, okay. Assign commander. Ability. Sama. Am I blind or what? Above average but poor admin. Oh, no. Okay, that explains things. Oh, that again, yeah. The random one then. Proved cementing. So the second armor tech, if I remember correctly. Harvey is after that, but several years in the future. Spain is spying on France. There is some gold in these reports. You can also use the Intel report. I have referred to it sometimes in my air briefings. This is a summary of some of the intelligence-related reports you get in the earned messages. Remember, you can always filter some of this out, but you cannot filter out the officer-related messages. Oh, just one turn left. Yeah, they can assign anyone to this one. Telescopic sights, that's actually the very first fire control tech. Kawamura is promoted to admiral. Yeah, cool. Well, saving. If I hadn't forgotten to start the docks, we could be one step further along the way here, but yeah. I'm gonna skim through things very quickly. 1 to 3 building. Everything here is almost done, so that's good. And that concludes episode 10 with conquest of all of the Chinese possessions. I had not really imagined such a complete victory when war actually broke out, nor had I expected the war to break out that soon. So things never go according to plan in Ruler Waves 3, but actually in this case I think things have turned out better than I had planned for. So that's basically a first. So thank you for watching, and I'll see you again next time.